morning. I'm not going to say good morning because the slave master, after they had lynched an unfortunate brother or sister, when they see the grieving family the next morning, they said, "Did you guys have a good morning?" So I might say morning, prefer grand rising, but I don't really like to say good morning unless I'm around some white folks. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I think I'm healing up pretty well, man. I really do. I got one person, one family member, and excuse me from looking away from time to time, but I'm outside and I live in Kansas City, Missouri. If y'all niggas know, you niggas know. But anyway, I got one cousin, his name is Daryl. If we talk on the phone for 5 minutes, it don't matter the year, the time. I'm 53 years old. He's quite a few years older than me. He used to, when I was little, pick me up and walk me to the church over there where he was at. But if me and him are talking on the phone for 5 minutes, he'll spend probably like 2.5 of that telling me how great I am. I'm not saying that from an ego standpoint. I'm saying that from a gratitude standpoint. I have been through a tumultuous ride. I have been attached to an individual who has narcissistic personality disorder. I know that shit when I first met him. I've been attached to someone who has a narcissistic personality disorder, who's currently in the midst of trying to use my children against me. And I went through a lot, horrible finance situation. You believe I helped this individual build their own business that's doing really well now. And after the divorce, I didn't even want none of that. I had been done horribly wrong by this system that we have in place where it punishes men just because they don't want to be with a particular woman, instead of looking at the totality of the matter and saying, I don't know how the fuck you lasted as long as you did, bro. I had a friend tell me about a month ago that this person with narcissistic personality disorder, that they hate you more than they love their own kids, or you guys' own kids. And this is why she's doing the things that she's doing now. And I had kind of been thinking that a few days before he told me that, but that was a confirmation that I needed. And normally, she recently did something that really pissed me off. That actually, it pissed me off, but I didn't react the way that I would have probably reacted in the past. And I'm not going to get off into the whole story, but, the only thing I told her before we even separated, I said, listen, I don't care how you feel about me, what you want to do, out of anger in my direction. I just need you to do me this one solid and stay out of the way between me and my children. That's the only, like, I'm paying so much in child support with only 2 kids. And with, what I'm making from my job, which is decent, but it ain't great at all. I was paying so much money in child support that I would probably get paid, and after I pay my bills on top of the child support, I could probably go 7 whole days without having no food in my damn house until I get paid again. That's not going to be happening very much in the future. But what I want to say to whomever may be watching this right now, your hunch is correct. Or she hates you more than she loves her children. Then that's a part of the disorder. So I want you, regardless of what stage you are in, just keep your head down and keep grinding. Get away from them family members, especially the ones who are still connected with your ex on social media, because that is beyond disloyal. I know some folks, they got these situations with family members, and sometimes as a couple, you know them for years and years and years, and you still have a connection because over decades, you could have built something with a person, and then let's say your cousin divorced, but you had known their significant other for years and years, and sometimes you do stay in contact just because of the fact that you still consider that person family, although you may not know how your actual family member may feel, because I've done that, and that was a very, very difficult thing. But I do also know that my family, they know that I've been homeless. They know that I've been in a headlock this whole situation, mentally and emotionally, because of my previous situation, financially. If you are secluded and you've been isolating and you've been getting back to finding out who you are, doing those things you did between the ages of 7 and 12 that brought you back to a level of peace, and you go to these things when you get to a point where your anger is at a certain level, and you have to, and being closer to who you are, your child, who's in you, that comforts a lot of people. Boxing did that for me. It does that for me still. Hip-hop does that for me. Hearing a dope-ass verse over a tight beat always helps my spirits. But you're right. That heifer hate you so much that she would sacrifice her own children in a heartbeat. So on this Sunday morning, stay smoking, baby.